Yo, 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 come on in, man. Come on in. Come on in, have a seat. Come on in and have a seat, man. Let's talk for a minute. Come
Just
on
for a second.
in.
Yeah, man. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Damn.
Yeah, man. Y'all, how y'all feeling, man? Come on in. We in for another pop up, man.
The man's with the plans.
Yeah,
But
man.
all
Come.
jokes and all seriousness aside, like this really ain't a joking matter. This really is a serious matter that
No,
we're
it
about to
ain't.
talk about.
It ain't joking, no joking matter at all, bro. Yeah, man. Y'all come on in, man. Come on in. Let's talk. Let's talk. James Edwards, man. What's good, my guy? He said, damn, he's been charged with 5 decade, 5 felonies. He need to spend a lot of money for this to go away. I don't think he can spend enough money for it to go away because it's gonna follow him throughout his life. One thing about domestic violence charges, if people see things like that on you, that's what they're gonna go for.
It's hard.
They
It's
gonna,
hard to get rid
yeah,
of.
yeah, they not he not getting rid of that. Uh, One thing about it is credibility is out the door. When you put your hands on a female, that ends our credibility because no man, I don't care how mad you are, should never put your hands on a female. But still,
Right.
he's still young and he got to learn. But again, man, like I said, just come on in. We gonna talk.
Yeah, just some recent developments that came out. I know we were so wrapped up into what the Falcons were doing and trying to make the moves and everything, and in the midst of what the Falcons were doing and who the Falcons signed, like AZ Overlarger and everything, it's just in the midst of all that, you still had more details coming out about the James Pearce Jr. situation. We all just really want it to be over at this point because the more that comes out, it just keeps sounding worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, and y'all know the media can twist the story like a pretzel
Yep,
and have
that's
it
why I
turned
said
all
sounding.
kind of ways. Right. Big John, as Big John said, man, y'all come on in, man. Hit that thumbs up button for me and A1. Also hit that subscribe button and hit that hype button, man. You hit the hype button, that'll push you through the algorithm just a little bit more.
We appreciate
Christian, what's
y'all
good, man? God is awesome, man. Absolutely.
all the time.
T Will, what's up, my guy?
T
T-
Will,
TJ, Big Q. I saw Big Q on
hey, what's
TikTok,
happening, man?
man. Turning that turntable, man. He was doing his thing on that thing, man. Pause. Um, Christian say, yo, Falcon fan, who y'all least favorite NFL teams? New Orleans Saints. I always
Oh,
will be.
definitely ain't. Yeah, it's always gonna
Uh,
change for me.
hey, Kelvin. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of talent down the drain, man. You right. Cause
Yes,
honestly, I don't even
bro.
know if we gonna ever suit up again. Cause things like this, you saw happen to Ray Rice and other guys, they just never were the same. They may
I'm gonna
have to
keep it
go.
real with you, Smitty. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you.
Uh,
I'm not sure if he's gonna be an Atlanta Falcon. I'm not sure about that. I can't say that. Yeah, he's gonna be a Falcon, but I do think if we do release him, somebody is gonna take a chance on him because one thing about it, he does have the talent, and we have seen guys that I'm just saying, like we've seen guys, Greg Hardy's, the what the just guys just get in just trouble, just getting themselves into
Arden
trouble.
Smith,
Alden
Arden
Smith,
Smith,
I was gonna
just
say him next.
yeah,
Yeah.
Justin Blackman. I mean, you can go
Justin
on and
Ball, that
on.
Justin
Josh
Blackman
Gordon.
situation was sad.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
he's still abusing alcohol even after the NFL. Crazy. Swisher
that's,
Sweet said the Falcons didn't do their homework. They did their homework. They
they
just
did.
ignored the red signs, the red flags.
I ain't gonna lie
Uh,
to you.
yeah,
I really believe that Terry Fontenot and all them knew about these situations, but it just like when they talked to him, they feel like he wasn't that type of a guy. And also, they just see what he can do on the field. And what have we been banging the drum for? And we've been beating the table. We ain't got no pass rush. We ain't got no pass rush. And they went and got somebody who was a little bit of a loose screw. But
yeah,
sometimes this is what happens when you get a loose cannon.
yeah. That little screw just popped out the hole, didn't it?
Yeah,
But let's
sometimes it
get it,
happens.
GA. What's up, my guy? Kendrick, what's good, man? Greg said, he'll never play a down of football again. I see Ray Rice. Damn shame. It's over. All over
See,
some.
But
You know
see,
what
the
he
thing about
borrowed.
it, what buried Ray Rice was that video.
Right.
That video of him smacking her and dragging her off and all that stuff, bro. Yes, that if something like that comes out on James Pearce, I agree. But if they don't have any video evidence like that, somebody may take a chance. I'm not saying immediately, because some guys, they was out the league maybe a year or two, then all of a sudden, oh dang, he's still playing football, or somebody take a risk on him. Sometimes it
But
happens,
if
and
Josh
then he's
Gordon
still
got
super
15,
young.
right? If Josh Gordon got 15 chances, why can't he? And I know domestic
I'm
violence is
about
a
to say
totally
Josh
different
Gordon
ball.
didn't beat nobody except for the cigar.
Yeah, and them blunts. But I know domestic violence is no joke. But at some point, man, when are these athletes going to learn? It's just more out there than what they, attended to at that moment. Like Greg said, they borrowed it because they don't own anything. They borrowed it. If you're paying for it, you borrowed it. It's just like you're renting it. You borrowed it. So that's a good analogy. T Theory said he just did a little wear after that fresh cut. Yeah, I saw him get a fresh cut. Yeah, he might not show it on the outside, but look, I'm sure there's some worries somewhere on the inside. Stephanie said, "What's up, man?" Kelvin said, "Cowboys will snatch him up. I could see it. They like their functioning players."
I'm just saying.
Yeah, T. Terry said, "What happened to my favorite crew?" Man, look, woo. Said, "Send him back with Raw when we get picks from it." And if we cut him, we possibly could get probably a third round comp for it, depending on how it turns out. My homie Beezy, what's good, man? I'm Beezy, what's good? Not that it matters,
Hey, how you
but it's
feeling?
wild that they at each other's games and events, and it's been an ongoing issue since November after the New Orleans game. And the crazy part about it, I'm glad she brought that up though, because if you think about what's being said in the tabloid, said they broke up last August. So why the hell are they still hanging together in November? She had to be leading him on in some way, somehow. But my boy A1, as he always do, man, he sent me some screenshots about, some things that were going on. And here's one of them right here.
My thing is, bro, before you read that, my thing is,
okay,
the thing that blew my mind that I didn't know, because I don't follow nobody's social, so I don't be knowing what be going on. So I found out that she called the police on him back when they both were at Tennessee. I never knew that.
It's been going on a while, man. And see, that's the thing. Toxic. One thing about toxic, it always finds its way back together. And then the next time it gets worse. And the next time it gets worse. And to that point where it just boiled over when he ran away from, the police. That was the boiling point. But Buck score game, what's up, my guy? But yeah, that was that way it boiled over. And then at that point, it's too late. So that's why I say, man, when you in a toxic situation, you got to maneuver around and find a way to leave it alone, man. I don't give a damn. You got to. It's easier said than done because we were all young once. Let's be real. We were all young once, and we made crazy decisions. But at the same time, when you making that kind of money, it makes it even harder for anybody to tell you anything because you think that money can get you out of trouble, and it can't. Grant said the girl was stalking his friends. He was stalking friends, have receipts, and are willing to testify and show it. It's over for him.
Yeah, bro. We are in a world to where everybody is recording, screenshotting things because you try to delete it, but all somebody do is screenshot it and hold it. It's forever. And then they can post it whenever they want to post it. If they're talking about like things about like doors and property messed up, if y'all don't think she got pictures of that, or her friends don't got pictures of that, or she sent it to her friends, like, look at what's going on, y'all crazy.
And what did we just talk about when we talking about court and law? It's not what people say.
Yep, it's about what you can prove, man.
Bingo.
I don't care about what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. Can you prove it? And a few things that we know that they can prove, that they had to wrestle him down, that he hit the cop's knee, that he, ran into her car and all that stuff like that.
they have things like that they can prove against him to at least, hinder him, even if he doesn't do a lot of jail time. They still can hinder you with a few things that you did do.
Facts. That's what I'm talking about. Beezy, thank you for the donation. Truly appreciate it.
Thank you.
She said the fact that he paid for her to stay in a relationship is the craziest thing I ever heard.
Trying to buy love.
About that a little bit. He talked about that a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you got that,
go ahead and read the go ahead and read
this,
it.
And then we'll get into it. But the first thing that he brought up and he sent me was, he said that she wrote that Pearce verbally and physically abused me on more than one occasion. And before I go on with that little read, remember when they did the IG post and she looked very uncomfortable? When I read this, that was the first thing that I thought about, because when you're in a relationship, a toxic relationship that you don't feel safe, you're going to look tense no matter where you are. And people are going to worry. And I know people that saw that IG post were kind of worried about her when they saw that. That lets me know, or that let a lot of us know, that he was kind of controlling. And he's too young to be that damn, to act that way. But, it can happen. But then it said it's threatened to kill, harm, injure, and place a bag over her head, according to court filings. Now, that's taking it too damn far.
Yeah.
When you talk about threatening to kill, harm, injure, and place a bag over somebody's head, yeah, that's at the point of no return now.
And of course, again, these are all allegations still.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to keep that important, that it still is all allegations, because at the end of the day, you're still going to have to try to prove that. But it still doesn't look good. That's the point. Like, you're still having all these things over your head, regardless of whether you can prove it or not. It still doesn't look good. And then you look at it on her end, in all fairness, it's like, why does she technically have to lie?
Yeah. And that's the thing. We don't see it. That's the thing. We don't know what's true and what's not.
That's the thing.
One thing about it, a female's emotion can make her lie, just like a dude's ego can make him lie. So Brian said Jackson had a Mississippi State baseball player crash out over her before she went to Mississippi State, but he didn't do what Jay did. He just left her alone. That's what I'm saying. That's what you have to do. When you're in a toxic situation, you have to know when to leave. And don't get me wrong, you can't tell your body, your mind, and your heart who to love. I mean, that's just part of, chemistry, human nature and chemistry. It just happens. But at some point in your mind, it's got to click that, hey, this is not working. That I need to get out of this before something bad happens. And sometimes it's too late. And in this case, it was just slightly too late. But she around and said, yes, Smitty, we were all over the place, all young once. I'm sorry. But I thank God I was smart enough to never put my hands on a woman or even threaten one. I hope these are false accusations, but if not, he cooked. And that's that's the thing, man. See, it's another thing with this generation, and there's no knock to not all of these young guys, because all of these young kids are not the same. But there are some out there that feel like they want to grow up too fast, and you can't tell them nothing. So when you stop giving them attention that they want, they go find it in another way, whether like stealing, shooting, anything they can do to entertain their mind. Just put it like that, just entertain their mind. So, I get it. We were all young once. But I'm telling you, when I was grade school, I would say 7, 8, 9 years old, I grew up in the era, if we even pushed the girl, we got our ass tore up.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we could not say nothing bad to a girl. We get our ass beat. But see, these children weren't raised like they weren't raised to respect women, a lot of them. And then it's not all, the men and women fault, the men fault. It's the women fault too, because a lot of them keep them away from their fathers, and a lot of them, they grew up under their mama, so that's the only type of thing that they know in that environment. Not how to be a man. A woman can't teach a little boy how to be a man. He needs his dad. So, I mean, it's
influence.
Right, influence, some kind of influence, uncle, cousin, somebody. And look, it just happens like that sometimes. And sometimes we can't even control that. But Chia Rodney, man, you absolutely correct. But let's keep going.
Taz, man, was good. Appreciate you.
Ghost Peppers, appreciate you, my guy. What's good? Um, Greg said people don't understand how devious a female is when you put your hands on her or cheat. Yeah, absolutely. When you cheat, that's just a whole nother different level of disrespect. When you disrespect the female and them emotions get involved, oh, you through. Forget it. Finito. Thank you for the donation again, Miss Beasley. She said these two young people are simply in a toxic relationship. Is exactly what I said earlier. That should have ended a long time ago. Absolutely, especially when they are in two separate cities. And sometimes long distance relationship can be more harm than good. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, that's true as well. And here goes some more news here. What you got?
This is another part of the article that said Jackson said that Pearce believes she was cheating on him, and tension escalated during the confrontation in January. See, and this is where it starts to boil over. When you read that first sentence, when you say the cheat word and believe, and you the key word there's believed, don't even know if it happened. And when a female they get in their emotion and start popping off at the mouth and talking reckless. See, this is what I'm saying. Nobody knows exactly what she said to him. They just know the reaction that he gave. But he's one guy that's hot-headed himself. And when you have two people that's hot-headed at the same time, the shit gonna boil over, just like I see it. And this way back in January, a month before it happened. At that point, one of them should have took the initiative and said, "Hey, we got to end this." And maybe she did, but again, toxicity.
Honestly, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't even say one of them. I really wish that James was able to have it within his psyche to just be like, you know what? Even if I do think she cheating on me, I need to step away. Maybe I need to get into the playbook a little bit more. Just find another outlet, just anything but what transpired, and again, things can boil over. What we may have seen with going with Rakia may have been like his boiling point. And I understand that. I do.
That's what I said earlier. Yeah,
but it doesn't make it right.
Facts.
It doesn't make it cool. At the end of the day, like us as men, we got to find a way, no matter what age it is, we all have to find a way to make smart decisions for ourselves. We can't take ourselves out the game. We can't play ourselves out the streets. We have to be the leader. We have to take command, and we have to figure it out one way or another, whether if you got to go to God or whoever that you pray to, because I know everybody different. But, at the same time, like, you got to go to wherever and make sure you don't play yourself off the streets. Make sure you don't play yourself out the game.
That's exactly what he's possibly done. But Ghost Pepper said leaving a toxic relationship before it escalates is crucial for protecting your mental health, emotional, and physical well-being. And that's absolutely 200% correct. Because if you don't protect that mental gonna take over. And if that mental take over and you can't control it, oh, it's over. I mean, you liable to do anything. And at this point, that's exactly what happened. His mental overtook, his physical being. And sometimes you can't control it. And it got out of control from ramming into her car and to running over the police officer to resisting arrest. And remember, Chris, when I said, and you broke it a little bit earlier about the what you call it, the warrant that I said earlier when this first broke. I said she must have been going to get a protective order for him to make a move like that to try to stop her from going to the police station. I remember saying that.
But that's the thing, Smitty. She didn't make the order. The order wasn't granted. Well, I'm not sure when did she file for it, but regardless, whatever order it was wasn't granted until today.
Yeah, but I'm saying I knew then though, by him trying to maneuver to stop her, I had a feeling that's what it was anyway. Because why else would he not want her to go to the police station? Because if she wanted to call the police, she could have just called her to the house. But I felt like it was more than that for him to try to stop her.
Well, again, she's called the police on him before. So maybe it's to the point to where it's like, calling the police on you ain't working. Let me go to the police.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking that happened with that situation. But regardless, overall, it's just a toxic situation. And And let's think about it, y'all. Let's step outside of football for a second and what he has done on the field. If this was just a regular news report and you seeing let's say a Tennessee Titan player do this and everything like that, regardless of what his season was, y'all, let's keep it real, fan base. We'd be like, man, that dude tripping. He don't messed everything up, but thank God it ain't one of the Falcons. That's exactly what we would be saying. But this time it is one of the Falcons. And unfortunately, he did get 10.5 sacks. And he does have talent. And that's why, really, let's keep it real, fan base. That's why a lot of people are even having any slither of hope that he's still going to be with the team. Any slither of hope that he's just going to get suspended and he'll be back. Because you know what he can be. If this was respectfully, and I'm knocking on wood because I don't put nothing on nobody. But respectfully, if this was J.D. Bertrand, it still would be bad, but a lot of people would not care. I'm just going to go ahead and keep it all the way 1,000.
Yeah, you said it right. It's mainly because of who they are. They are two sports figures. If they weren't two sports figures, and they were just Molly and John from down the street, nobody wouldn't give a shit. But let's finish this, man. It says she wrote a petition that Pearce took her cell phone, pulled her hair, snatched her belongings, and that she did not want to be in a relationship with him following the confrontation. She claimed James did not listen to my request and instead went on a campaign, threats, physical assaults, and abuse against me. And see, that's what I'm saying. When you reach that boiling point, this is exactly what's happening. And this is what NFL teams are going to look at. I'm sorry, the NFL commissioner. We're not even worried about teams right now. Let's just say the commissioner in New York. Y'all got to remember Rich McKay work up there too. So, boy, it's got ugly fast.
I'm about to say, go ahead and pull up the last one too. Don't forget about that one.
Let me answer this right quick.
No, do it.
Greg, appreciate you, my guy.
Right.
He said, why is with immaturity don't understand it's not your cat, it's just your turn. It's other women out there. No cat ain't gonna cost me nothing, especially not my M's. And see, they don't think like that.
Yeah.
Because they think like a lot of celebrities, they think money can get them out of things. And
but the thing about it is too, Smitty, I'm gonna keep it all the way real. Like for me and my generation, guys like you, guys like just like Uncle Steve, Big Low, you know, I'm just thinking about older guys who, you know what I'm saying, have been there, done it. All y'all would be the type to bring me in and let me know and teach me the ropes and be like, hey man, look, this ain't what you do. This ain't what you do. I'm just saying if you don't have a dad in your life or anything, or if you do have a dad, that's what he's supposed to do. Let you know this ain't what we do. We don't crash out about this. We lead by example. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get your heart broke. You know, all those conversations, you're supposed to have that with a father figure or a mentor type figure, older brother. Somebody is supposed to, you know what I'm saying, pull this guy to the side. And I mean, and sometimes you just don't get that. But it still doesn't give you the right to go out and ram people's cars and just crash out and almost lose your life. Because, again, guys, he was in Florida, and any one of those cops could have drew a weapon and just said, I'm sick and tired of this, and I'm about to end this now.
Yep.
Thank God that didn't happen.
Could have shot him dead on the spot, and then nobody could have done about it because he was threatening them with a vehicle. He got lucky. Because remember when that lady a couple months ago hit an ICE officer? What did they do to her?
Bro.
They unalived her. So, look, that could have ended very bad. But Ms. Christian said there is still two sides to the story.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And the truth. He can say that he did not do these claims. The proof would be in a text message, surveillance. Did she have a protection order, etc.? And that's what I'm saying. When that first happened, that's the first thing came to my mind. Why else would he be trying to block her from going to the police station?
Bro, I really, y'all, and I could be completely wrong. I really don't believe that girl had a restraining order on James at all. I think she just now getting that restraining order on him as of today. I'm not saying, now I'm not the one that's going to sit up here and be like she was too afraid to. I don't know. But is it a possibility? Yes. It just at the end of the day, people do things And there is such thing as Stockholm syndrome. There is such thing as, you being afraid to go talk to somebody, afraid to leave. There is that possibility. I'm not saying that is 100% the case, but I'm sorry. I personally in life, I have seen so many situations to where a person needs to get away and they just do not do it, or they go back.
Yeah, I mean, I've had friends, classmates be in these type situations and it end bad. I have family members too. But KG said, barring injury, he had the chance to make hundreds of millions of dollars. This is sad. They need to show this to new players once they get drafted. Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is something they need to learn. Absolutely. 200%.
It's very unfortunate. I just noticed so many times where I seen play, even when the Ray Rice thing happened. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm man enough to say I was sitting there and saying multiple things. That don't make no sense. I also said I can't believe he did it. Hope that she's all right. Also said his career probably over because of this video evidence. And the last thing I said, thank God it wasn't one of the Falcons. I'll keep it all the way real with you. Yeah, but this is a different situation because it is one of our guys, y'all. Regardless of who team he played for, my point is this is wrong.
Yeah, and this is a lesson. Just like somebody said earlier, in that moratorium, what they have for the rookies, and when they get drafted, they send them to a symposium and they talk to former players about how to prepare for the NFL, how to budget your money, how to carry yourself like a professional athlete, just to try to get them an idea how to get through this. And if he went to that symposium, he didn't listen. He just one of them kids. Hey, I want to.
Is the symposium mandatory? Is that mandatory?
It should be. It should be.
I don't know if it is or not, but if it ain't, it should be like you said. Yeah, and they need to have multiple. It can't be just one. If we all a village, and if y'all all a village and all a brotherhood, then y'all need to get it together and make sure that y'all have multiple ones and multiple things in place for things like this. Now I know not everybody not gonna want to speak to the kids. I get it. I'm not asking everybody to, but at the end of the day, it needs to be something, because it's not just James Pearce, and they shouldn't draw the line in the sand with James Pearce. Like, I'm saying he did the worst thing ever in life. But it's like at the same time, just overall moving forward, you can't allow your young guys to continue to crash out for whatever reason.
Right.
If we're just going to care about people in general.
You preaching to the choir. Miss Christian said a lot of people acting as if they have ever popped off before. All of us have. From grade school all the way to grade school to adult, you done crashed out once or twice. Ain't nobody in this world have not crashed out. You can't tell that lie. You can't tell that lie and save your life. Yeah, we saying it's allegedly. We know it.
Definitely all alleged. Because I get it. I'm not gonna sit up here I'm being very candid with everybody. I understand the innocence until proven guilty, but let's not sit up here and act like sometimes it's not guilty until proven innocent.
Facts. They go both ways. Ghost Peppers, he absolutely right. After she reported fearing for her life, she should have done it back in November when they was on IG playing and shit. See, This is the thing. None of y'all know, none of us know what kind of conversation they were having behind the doors. We ain't talking about text messages. We ain't talking about phone calls. We talking when they in person, having intimate moments. We don't know what she was telling him, and we don't know what he was telling her. See, all of this is going to factor into it. See, this is where it's going to all go wrong, because we don't know what she said to tick him off, and vice versa. So that's toxic. That's toxic. But this is the part that got me, and this is crazy if you ask me. And I think this too, when you factor in money, what do they say about money? It's the root of all evil. When you just listen to this, says she wrote a petition. She became more afraid for her safety after trying to break up weeks before his arrest. Pause. trying to break up weeks before his arrest. Okay, if you feel that way, why are you still around him? That's what I'm asking. That's the biggest question. If you fear for your life, why the hell are you still around him? I want to know. Finish it off. She said she also said Pearce told her he would give her up to $75,000 to visit him and $200,000 to remain in a relationship with him in the hours leading up to that incident. Now, that last part, think about that last part. Money is involved. So did she take the money and then try to back out? See, we don't know what happened. We don't know. It's something else that made him tick. I'm telling you.
This the thing about that 70. Oh, go ahead.
You got it. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just about to say about the 75K. Now, my thing is, okay, wrote in the petition that she became more afraid as she tried to break up with Pearce, right? Also said that he said give up the 75K to visit with him. I'm trying to figure out, when did these visits happen? Are we talking about going way back to when he first got drafted? Because if we think about it, that didn't look like a happy girlfriend that her man just got drafted to the NFL. She was patting him on his head. And I said to myself then, as somebody who knows nothing about nothing, I was like, "But that weird. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. That my girl. But you gotta be hugging on my neck like my mama is." But again, that's just my personal opinion kept to myself. I didn't know the situation.
Right. About like Travis Hunter.
But still, bro, I'm like 75.
Yeah. But what?
And I'm just like, bro, you 75.
What did our parents tell us when we were young? Money can't buy you love. It can't.
Oh man, bro, I'm about to say, bro, it's a song called "Can't Buy Me Love." It's an old school song called "Can't Buy Me Love."
Yeah, and that's the truest thing ever. So this is what I'm saying. How much money have he spent on her? And see, that's what I'm saying. Money is the root of all evil. It says it in this text right here. $275,000. That's crazy. That's a third of his damn salary. Boy, I'm telling you, money gets you all the time, bro. It never fails. Never fails. $275,000. Come on, man. Come on. You there? He in a bad spot. I can bear it. Going in and out. No, you're going in and out. Christian said with paying the $75,000, $200,000 be prostitution. Had they exchanged funds before, absolutely it would be prostitution. No matter who you are. And that's what they call escorts, but yeah, that's legal prostitution. Maybe he should have just got him an escort. I mean, look, like I said, man, we can't control our feelings for who we love, but I mean, hey, it happens.
Bro, escort.
Hey, I'm saying. $275,000. It just we don't even know how much he's paid out to her up to that February 7th incident. He could have been paying for her to be at the NFL draft. He could have been paying. She could have been, accepting money for him to come to her games. I mean, we don't know. Money changes the entire dynamic of this situation. Tell me I'm wrong. Coach Pepper said, "What good is that money to her if she unalive?" Absolutely. The love of money is the root of evil. Absolutely, Ray. Absolutely. Christian said, well-to-do people with money don't have surveillance, no cameras. I've had cameras on my house and solar powered cameras and deer cameras on my farm property. I got cameras too. Got to have them these days. If you ain't got no cameras, what the hell are you doing? I want to know what you look. And this is what TMZ reported. As part of the order, Pearce is not to have contact with Jackson or be within 500 feet of her residence. He's also been ordered not to come within 100 feet of her car at any time. Pearce was also ordered to surrender any firearms, ammunition to the nearest police department. This is how bad it's done got. When you have to give up your firearm to protect yourself, this is where it went wrong. You got to get a damn court order for him to stay 500 feet from your residence, 100 feet from your car, and they ain't turning his firearms. Ah, man, this is... Woo, boy. Boy. Ryan, that's what I'm saying. Money complicated this whole situation, whether they want to believe it or not. It did. It complicated the whole situation. No way around it. Go ahead.
Hear me now. I'm trying to get out this little wooded area.
Yeah, you sound like you're in the backwoods running from Jason and Freddie.
I am.
And you know that Freddie reference too, don't you? But we're going to keep that inside.
I do. But yep, that's exactly, yep. It's out of control. I'm gonna talk to you off air about that escort comment. We're gonna keep it moving though.
Yeah. I'm just saying that look, escorts cost. I'm just saying. Second Amendment lost. But Chris, this is the point that this is the ending point to me. When you got to stay 500 feet from her, and 500 feet is not far at all. 500 feet is not far. That's a Major League Baseball home run to home plate to the fence, past the fence. 500 feet ain't nowhere. 100 feet, 90 from home plate to first base is 90 feet. So imagine how close that is to a car. Then you turn in your gun.
Yeah, I had to turn in all firearms, any artillery to the nearest police station.
They treating him like he a damn felon already.
Yeah, like they really are. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was very surprised to see about the firearms thing, but they're doing that because of the allegations and everything that she's saying. And you think about it. Correct. We just know what we know. We don't know what all that they haven't released yet.
Exactly.
That's what I'm waiting on.
Let's get it. What's up, my guy? He's feeling I'm the type of person I don't believe all women. I don't condone, DV, but her hands are not clean in this. And we know that. We talked about it. We seen it with Shannon Sharp, the late great Kobe Bryant, when it comes to accusations. Absolutely. So yeah, it's two sides to a story, but look, both of their sides and the truth in the middle somewhere around there. And
we do have to remember what his lawyer came out and said. They feeling really confident. They plan on battling this thing all the way to the end. So, we don't know what all the lawyer knows. We don't know what the lawyer told tell JP or JP told the lawyer. We just don't know. And the fact that we don't have all the facts and everything in our hands right now to make a full judgment, it's just we kind of got to wait in limbo. But regardless, what's coming out though is not good that we're hearing.
And I just wonder, when are they going to release something that she did? That's what I want to know. Because I'm sure he told his lawyers some of the things she didn't see this, and I'm not bashing women, but she's older than him about 2 to 3 years, somewhere in there. At some point, I think manipulation took hold, because that's how the money got exchanged. That's how, like I said, we don't know what they were talking about behind closed doors, but it's some manipulation somewhere in there. He's just not going to jump off the deep end just because. She said something to make him believe that something else was there more than what it was. If you fear for your life, why did you keep carrying on conversation? If I'm his lawyer, that's exactly what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm saying.
I'm just gonna ask the question, and I mean, chat, we don't know, but since we're here talking about it, is there any possible chance that she took the money and still left?
That's what boy, woo, that crossed my mind earlier when I was talking about it.
Like,
See, that's what I'm saying. We don't know.
I'm just making cases for conversation. Again, because we don't know. Like, I mean, yes, she's a WNBA player and all the stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's like, who don't want more money?
We all do.
And again, I'm not attacking her character or anything. We've already jumped on JP, and we're jumping on JP, and I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve that. All I'm saying is, just for the sake of conversation, is there any possible chance, because we don't know, did she take the 275 and still say, I don't want to be with you?
Yeah, something happened. That's what I'm saying. Manipulation. Okay, we can work this out, and then as soon as she get the money, a couple of days later, the thing change again. We don't know. Something happened. But JT said, as a father of a young black man, I'm telling you, James could have died. And we said that earlier, JT. He's got to remember who he is. Somebody better grab and hold him before it's too late. And that's what we said earlier. That's just the way it goes. It happens. Let's keep it real, y'all. We know how it is for African-American men when it comes to police. Let's keep it real. Ryan Killer Mike, he played at Tennessee. He didn't play at UGA. Absolutely, he didn't. He played at Tennessee. Tommy said, who really cares if you've got enough money? This will go away, I promise, and the council not really worth the whole show because money talks. Money talks. The Falcons have a lot of money, and I don't think the Falcons going to get involved in this. I'm going to keep it real with you, Tommy. They're going to stay forward away from this as possible because it is really toxic and poisoning to the team.
Yeah, it's a murky situation, man. It really is. But no, RB, I was saying like he taking any money from her, from her. I don't know about this whole 70K thing. I heard about like he supposed to borrow 70K from her or something like that. But regardless, I'm just trying to figure out. I wonder if he gave her $275,000, and I wonder if she still was telling him, "I don't want to be with you." After him giving the money, like I don't know. I mean, again, we're just fishing because we don't really just know, and it's just for the sake of conversation, just to try to be fair to both parties. Trying, kind of hard, but trying.
Ms. Christian said things are real murky with this case. What the allegation that he owed her $70K? I never understood that. Never understood it. And see, that's what I'm saying. It started to seem, now that we talking about it, started seeing that money was the root of this entire situation. It's starting to seem like that. Beasley said, I'm curious if his teammates or staff were aware of what's going on too. I'm sure a couple of them were, because if he hung out with a couple of them, I'm sure they were aware of it. But they probably didn't pay it no mind, thought that he would shake it off and keep moving. See, one thing about it, they can have a conversation with a teammate, but when he goes on later that night, they have another conversation, then all bets off. It can happen. RB says she went to the police, then he should have. Yeah, he should have went there and told his side of the story. Absolutely.
It's true, man. At the same time, you gotta look at it again. I'm looking at influence. If he doesn't, I'm thinking about it. What if he doesn't have any brothers or anybody in his ear that was trying to help him with any influence?
I think Ryan said he had an older brother. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ryan, but I think Ryan did say that earlier.
Man.
Even with the older brother thing, though, bro, I'm like, somebody should have been trying to help out. That's all I'm saying. It's just, I'm not putting the blame on anyone else. I just wish they just was more, or I don't know, bro. I just wish it never happened. I just wish we ain't good. Well, he's not going through it. She's not going through it. We're not talking about it. Again, I prefer to be talking about free agents and draft and draft prospects like we were doing with Clint last night. Great show. Make sure y'all catch it and check it out. We was talking about a lot of different players for the Falcons and just good players in the NFL, period. Like I'd rather be talking about stuff like that, to be honest. But
yeah, we had to come through and talk about this though, man. It's just getting worse, man. And the bad part about it, me not telling you the whole story. They just telling you part that they think on, get them some ratings. That's all it is. That's all it is.
oh, okay. Ike said, yeah, he do. He's a rapper. About his brother.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to send a link to Ryan right quick. He want to come on and say something. But I just pray that he gets the help he needs. I ain't even thinking about football right now. I'm thinking about him getting the mental help he needs.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, he got to live after football. Football ain't gonna go on forever. It's not. How long does an average career last in the NFL? 3.5 years.
I say if you're lucky.
Right. Because you see some people get cut when they come out of the draft, they try for the team. After that, they done. They just get a jersey to take home for the rest of their life and be done with it. Because look, one thing about it that I know, and I'm old enough to know this, there was bad influence on both sides.
Yeah.
Because as the situation was boiling over, you got one person, this person here, some people in this person here. And when you put all that together, that's just like Thanos snapping his finger and poof, everything gone.
That's true. That is true, my friend. That is true.
Yeah. Let's get it. Say it wouldn't surprise me. Her end goal is to sell her out of court. She could have left 3 years ago, but she chose to stay. Wonder why. But he does need help. And that's what I'm saying. Money rules everything. Birdcage, what's up, man?
Man, what's good? Y'all done messed up by letting my black ass up in here because I'm going to say some stuff that folks in the chat going to get pissed at me about. I don't mind being the bad guy. You diplomatic. The hell with being with the diplomatic stuff. Let's call a spade a spade. Look, the man got older brothers. He's got an older brother that's a rapper that's in the entertainment field. First off, Big Bruh failed him by telling him, man, it's plenty of fish out here. You don't need to put yourself in a spot like that if you got to go back and forth. Rakia Jackson already had a history of this at Mississippi State with a baseball player. Y'all can look that up. She had an issue where a baseball player crashed out. Now, he wasn't dumb enough to try to take her life, but at the same time, that should tell you something. If she had another dude to crash out, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be respectful on the channel, but that's the type of cutting right there you run from. See, she ain't like Sunshine to Erykah Badu where she make you want to lead a family or got doggone it, change your wardrobe and wear blonde wigs and shoulder pads like Andre 3000 did back in the day. If she got me willing to crash out a Lamborghini, I'm trying to get the hell away from you because that's a waste of money right there, first off. But in all actuality, though, I really believe that the young man need a little help. It's just true. You got to get your life together, and you were blessed not to get shot and killed down in Florida. Because first off, you in a state that don't mind burying black folks. That goes back to the Groveland Fort. And if anybody knows about the Groveland Fort, Thurgood Marshall was able to save 2 of those guys and get them life sentences. 1 was only free. The other 2 was killed. But we're not going to get into that. But just think about it. It's been a state that has not been friendly to black folks. So for him to get out of a situation like that, that's God had his hand on that boy.
Yeah.
Now we just got to let the legal system play out at this point.
Yeah.
We got to let it play out. because the stuff that's on camera don't look good. But if she has anything to do with any kind of money extortion, that's going to loosen up everything for him.
And the crazy thing about it, when you brought up that baseball player, what did I say earlier in the show? Manipulation.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying, look, I'm not taking sides for nobody. Look, I love him as a Falcon, but damn it, I got a little one, and it's a female. I'm already teaching her, keep your hands to yourself. Do not antagonize people. Stay in your own lane, but don't take no mess from nobody either.
Yeah,
so
agree.
at this point, all I can say is this. If she started that mess, she deserves to get some kind of punishment out of it. If she had anything to do with triggering him and pushing him to that point. I'm just gonna be real with you on that, because like you said, there's some women out here that will put you in that spot, but you got to be smart enough to take yourself out of a situation like that.
Facts.
Because
that baseball, that's two people now.
Think about it. That's two people she done did that to. So now the judge and the jury need to look at her and say, okay, you already had one person already acting out. Now you got a second one. And fortunately, you didn't lose your life. All you got was a broken nose.
That's crazy.
I'm just like, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. At all of it and sin of it, I'm going back to what I said before. This was a toxic situation. I wish it could have ended in a pleasant way and not, be holding up our summer and, on what's going to happen, because at the end of the day, we did spend a first rounder. And let's get this correct too. The pick did work. We got 10.5 sacks out of the guy. It's just the longevity of it.
And it's something else I gotta address, Christy. Me and you, we cool, but I tell you this, he's actually close with his brother. So that right there, that you can toss that out the window. What you saying? I respect you, but that's bull. He close with his brother. So y'all can sit there and say what you want. You came up around brothers. You had brothers. So if you didn't get along with one, you got one that you get along with. And at the end of the day, let's be real. And then you got some folks that, and I say this, everybody got that one family member that don't listen to nobody either. Nobody's talking about that part. What if he had somebody in his ear trying to talk to him about that? Yeah. All of us done been young, and let's be real. I don't give a damn what none of y'all cats in this thing say. Somebody in here done had a female that they done tripped out about and didn't listen to nobody.
Yep.
Say what you want, but it's always that one.
And guess what, Ryan? Fellas? And guess what, Ryan? And guess what, Ryan? I walked away.
And you know what? You were one of the ones that was schooled in there. Everybody doesn't get that. I'm not making no excuse, but let's be real, Chris. How many people do you know that have to learn the hard way? Everybody don't have nowadays the OGs that raised us, like you were saying, like Smitty, Steve, Lowe, and all them cats that was raising us. Man, you don't have that no more. You don't have nobody teaching you the game, because a lot of us young jits don't want to listen. Come on, man.
Kids, hard-headed.
I mean, I hear it in music all the time about, how about, the guys, saying before, not teaching the guys now. But yeah, you're right. It's a lot of people that don't want to listen though. And you gotta listen.
But it's not all him. My question is this. Yeah. When that first situation happened with the kid from Mississippi State, I wonder if her people was telling her, hey man, you need to chill with that. And then people don't know this, but James and Raquel were off and on at University of Tennessee. Make up the breakups, like Method Man used to say back in the day. That was them.
Yeah,
that was them.
This is what I'm saying, man. Nobody knows none of the conversation they done had. No.
So the question is this: now that it's gotten to this point, where do they go from here? Because it didn't happen in Georgia. It happened in a whole nother state that he don't even live in.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big problem right there.
Thank you. Most people not looking at the fact that it's Florida. It's a state that's not friendly to black folks. I know that personally.
Crazy.
Y'all ain't got to say it, but I will. I got the residency on my driver's license.
Yeah.
I know. So I'm telling you up front, they pretty much are treating him guilty until innocent. I'm not saying that he did it. I'm just going off of what we've seen and stuff that's coming out. I still think he's innocent until they actually say that he's guilty.
Facts.
Because here's the thing. What if it's a whole bunch of other stuff that comes out where she was the cause of a lot of this? Maybe she stole some money from him and he was trying to get her. Who knows?
And that's why we have to let it play out, ladies and gentlemen.
But Slim said people need to understand that it's just her narrative of the situation. We get that part. So he still has the right to defend himself in the court, not in the eyes of public opinion. And I'm not judging him at all. I'm just saying he should have just found a way to get away from that. That's all.
Like
that's been my point from the jump. When
you got to think about your financial future.
Facts.
Yeah,
I just said that. You know, you
got to think about that. You got to think about, just put it this way. Think about all them hours that you ran those stadium steps, all those weights that you lifted, pretty much all the parties you done missed because you've gone to camps, you've ran, you've sweated, injuries that you've dealt with, being nicked up, going through the SEC gauntlet with him playing at Tennessee.
Yep.
Let's just be 100 on that. Like, yeah, we Bulldog fans, but let's be real. When you talk about the talent level that's in that conference alone, you got cats behind you that's just as good or even better than you, ready to start and take your spot. You fought them jokers off to get to where you are now. Why would you throw that away?
All that hard work, man. But again, that just lets you know how strong just relationships, because I don't even want to call that love, because if it is, I don't want no parts of it.
Man, you ain't lying.
I'm just saying, like, I can't call it love, but you know what I'm saying, relationship like that, man. It's just, bro, at the end of the day, that's not good for anybody. And again, we just gotta let it all play out. It's gotta all play out.
Slim said, based on my occupation, I've dealt with a lot of DV cases, and I'm telling people not to add their moral opinion to those situations, because there's more to it than what you're assuming. I know that. That's what I've been saying the whole show.
And Smitty, and the crazy part about it is, now he's right. Now, the only unfortunate part from all my military vets that's out here like myself will tell you like this. A lot of the time you're guilty until proven innocent with the way that the system is set up for us. So again, and especially for us brothers, you got a lot of folks that get caught up in mess where stuff looks bad and then it gets proven innocent, but at the end of the day, your reputation is already scarred.
Yeah, I said it earlier. Yeah.
And that's the sad part. So even if he comes out of this situation where he doesn't have anything that's going to be on his record and puts him in harm's way, his media, pretty much his image is already damaged.
Yeah.
It's damaged. Yeah. And that could cost, and this is the other thing it could cost him. It's not just the money. Now, everybody's thinking about football. You got to remember, he eventually got to take off that helmet and shoulder pads for good, and he got to be a normal person.
Right.
And people forget that. Folks don't forget that type of stuff, and it's a lot of people that come up short with job opportunities or just getting certain things because of that type of stuff on their record.
Right.
That's what everybody keep talking about the football. Think about this boy after he's done.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Got to make better choices. Absolutely.
True.
And that's what Ghost Pepper said. He can change his life by changing his choices. And that's 200% correct. But
I just want him to be well, and I just hope that it's a learning experience for some of these young bucks that's going to be coming into the league this year and guys that's going to be on our team. Because look, you worked your ass off to get here. Don't throw away your financial future over a moment that could cost you. Don't do that. Not worth it.
Bees want to know the name of that baseball player. She said it's first time hearing about it.
She's like, she said, I gotta look this up.
Mm-hmm.
Did they keep that name under wraps?
I can check and see, my boy. You know how that go.
Okay. Will said the young lady went through hell. I feel bad for this young man as well. His inner circle failed him. That's all we've been saying, Will. You got to have a role model, man. And we don't know, the relationship between him and his dad, a cousin, a brother. But since you say him and his brother type, he probably didn't listen to him either. Like I said, money can change your perception of everything, man. Everything.
Oh man.
Christian say you can talk and motivate someone to your mouth dry. A person will do what they want to do, even with the knowledge of opinions you give them. That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. Because at the end of the day, they make their own decisions. Yeah, absolutely.
Lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
I'm not knocking that. But man, it's been another great show, man. You might have to look that up, Miss Beezy. Because it'll take a while to look for that problem.
That's gonna take a while to find.
But if I find it, I'll send it to you. Tay said read the articles about ESPN. They are inconsistent with what she's saying. I picked up on it and read between the lines. I'm not defending him. All I'm doing is reading and comprehending. Yeah, hey Tay, we don't know what we just going off what people saying, but at some point, common sense got to kick in. It got to. Because when I started looking at that money on that last one I had talked about, oh, okay, now it's starting to make sense. Now it's starting to make sense. Because if she took money from him, guess what? Now it all making sense. Anybody going, I don't care who you are. If somebody play with your money, you're going to crash out too. Let's just keep it real. Keep it all the way funky. Keep it all the way 100.
Well, some of us need to go ahead and call out them crooked preachers in the church that's been playing with our money for years. Hell.
Boy, what you talking about? I ain't going to even get into that.
Nah, it's just the truth.
Like I said, I'm not getting into that one, but I know exactly what you're talking about. From things I done heard over the years, trust me. I know.
Nah, I still love the Lord, bro. But
oh, I do too. Because in the end of the day, yeah, they got to pay for that.
Yep. That's why I say I don't mess with people money. You owe them, pay them.
Right. But yeah, man, another great pop-up show, man. I had to come through and talk to it, man. I saw it. Me and Chris actually talked about it a little bit last night, and then this morning, we had a conversation and said, hey, let's go and share this with the public, man. And a lot of y'all, I understand. Y'all don't want to talk about it because y'all want to see what happens in the end. But at the end of the day, you got to keep it 100 with yourself. You got to. You got to. And like I said, yeah, we traded a first round pick. I make that choice 3-4 times over. Because we can't predict what's going to happen a year later. We can't. We just got to go with the flow. They made the pick. They got to deal with it. Hey, Keeper, that's all I know how to do is keep it 100, man. That's all I've been. That's how I've been ever since. A lot of people know me, man. Ever since I've been on this earth, I just keep it real. And the reason why that is, I was raised by my grandparents. But yeah, man, another great show, man. Ryan, tell them where to find us tonight.
Hey, man, you catch Smitty joining myself and the magnificent Birdcage crew. He and A1 are going to stop in, and we're going to be on YouTube tonight, the Birdcage LLC. As we say, you either get right or you get left. We're actually really not going to spend too much time talking about this because everybody's talking about it. We got some stuff that's coming up for the draft that we're going to be talking about tonight, and also some other stuff when it came to free agency for this week. So if you're definitely wanting to hear about these free agents that's coming in and a couple of players that we're spotlighting and whatnot, please tap in with us tonight at 8 p.m. on the Birdcage LLC. I appreciate you for letting me slide through, Smitty. You either get right or you get left, bro. Ghost.
No doubt. Appreciate you. Miss Christie, appreciate you. Yeah, man, y'all hit the thumbs up on the way out, man. Chris is out working, so he actually was talking while he was working, so that's why he popped out. But y'all can catch Chris on the Hawks Digest as he keeps doing his thing, putting it out. putting out the work on Hawks Digest. He'll keep y'all posting what's going on, all Atlanta Hawks. They're on the 7-game winning streak, and he'll be putting up a post a little later. You can also catch him on A1 Forever, A1 Rock on Twitter, and A1 Forever on YouTube, man. Y'all please go there, subscribe, and like and hype his channel up. For me, y'all know where to find me, man. Every day here, all day. Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube. Also find me on Twitter at fatboyslim_21. I'm always over there blowing it up. My homegirl stopped through. Miss Beezy stopped through. I thank her for stopping through. I know she's always busy, but thank her for stopping through. But Tony Wright, yeah, man. I got to keep it real, man. My grandparents raised me, man, so they always told me to keep it 100. Yeah, that's why I am. That's why I keep myself out of crazy situations, because I think logically, because that's the way they taught me to think. But again, man, thank y'all for stopping through. We gonna holler and look. I've been having a couple videos coming out today, and I'll be on around the night of the birdcage. So y'all stay tuned and stay pressed. But y'all can tune into that show right here on my channel. And again, man, hype us up, like and subscribe, and we gonna holler, man. Peace.